Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to another version of Shikama Live. This is your host, Kevin Cardinale. Make sure that you also tune into my blog at shikama.wordpress.com. A lot of the things that I will be talking today is also explained in my blog. Today, Kudlow on his show asks, will we recover from this recession this year? I, like his guests on the show, said not until 2010. And I said that before today, of course. To be honest, I don't think with this recent stimulus package, we'll even see a recovery in 2010. Let's review that stimulus package briefly. It reduced tax deductions you can make on your house. It reduced tax deductions on charitable donations that you can make. It raised the taxes on capital gains, which is still a double tax on dividends. Now we have Madoff coming to light, but I warn you now, Madoff is problematic. Is not problematic, but symptomatic of what people not only have done, but can do in this market. People are now buying dummy corporations, running them into the ground, and then claiming the insurance and bailout money for them. Also, the SEC has yet to have a proper response to credit default swaps. And we have the worst week in the market history last week. And this week isn't showing much light at the end of the tunnel either. While the government wants to demonize shorters, stocks are steadily falling. Even Kramer is pessimistic about the outlook. Today we had another screaming match on CNBC by him, but can you blame him? Meanwhile, on the precious metals, I have it on good authority that gold is particularly being devalued. That's actually good news for potential investors right now. While everyone is laughing at Peter Schiff and calling him names for saying gold is going to go to $2,000 an ounce, Jim Rogers is nodding his head, as are some of the major players overseas. In fact, one such overseas investor went through the history of the Dow Jones itself and pointing out how everyone was skeptical that the Dow would ever break 1,000. The rest is history, of course, right now, but he equates the price of gold with that story. Everyone is skeptical that it will ever hit 2,000, but frankly, with $7 trillion being introduced secretly into the economy via these awful bailouts, inflation is just a matter of time. In fact, hyperinflation isn't as far-fetched as people like to also poke fun at Peter Schiff for saying. We're seeing a rally on the dollar right now, but honestly, we all know that the dollar is manipulated more than a teenage girl on prom night. There's no chance nor hope that this rally is happening strictly due to market demand. And we come full circle to gold. Now, how far-fetched is it when I say gold is being manipulated? Gold should be $2,000 an ounce, if not $3,000 an ounce. We don't even know the real value of today's dollar. How can we scoff at Peter Schiff for saying that gold could reach $2,000 an ounce? Will there be an economic recovery this year? Review the facts for yourself. The market has no confidence in the administration right now. Obama promises big changes, but no one knows what they will be. The best thing we could do right now is to step aside and let them. The best thing that he could do is step aside and let the market take care of itself. Stop these insane bailouts, which leave the investor scratching his head as to how to truly evaluate a stock. Let these companies go into bankruptcy so someone smart can come in and properly evaluate the company and tell how it's worth. Have the SEC throw the book at Moody's for not requiring full reserves while doing these credit default swaps, yet still evaluating their bonds at AAA rating. And finally, Obama should bring our troops home ASAP. which is why he was elected to begin with, and the Democrats, why they were put in office with a majority. I guarantee if we pulled all the troops out of Iraq and Afghanistan and the two other wars that we were secretly fighting and paying for, which we don't have the money for, we wouldn't be in this economic slump that we're in right now. The military budget is nearly 60% of GDP. That is unconscionable. Without that spending, we could really reduce taxes and strengthen the dollar. And no terrorists were even involved in 9/11, which is a complete farce. You can debate me on that last point on my next post. I guarantee that if you were smart and wise, that you would take your money out of your bank account, which is only getting about 1 to 2% anyway, buy a home safe and put it there. Make sure you purchase gold and silver, which is real money to begin with. And if you think I'm crazy for saying that, Jim Rogers has said it, Peter Schiff has said it, other top economists have said it. I'm not encouraging a run on the banks, but the banks could fail at any instance. You need to take your money off, and we're not going to go through another instance like in 1929 where the president is going to completely excuse all the accounts that banks had with the bank holiday, so that your savings and your checking accounts can be completely wiped out and not get paid back. Sure, we have the FDIC, but the FDIC only insures 0.1% of all of the accounts that it actually insures. It only has 0.1% reserves. So if there were a run on the banks and Obama completely cleared the banks of having to pay back all of the accounts, and we turn to the FDIC as a bank of last reserve, we would not have any money. Once again, tune in next time and next week, and make sure you check out my blog at shikama.wordpress.com. This is Kevin Cardinale signing off. Thank you.